Excuse me, what do you do for a living?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you do for a living?
I'm married. Why?
We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. If you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Help me get to 5,000 subs. I know we can do it. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. What is up, y'all? Thanks for tuning back in. My name is DanieSteel. Let's get right into it. We talked about how to vet to find a high value man. And if you've noticed, I didn't put some financial number on that. You can put your own financial number on that and figure it out for yourself based on what you make, where you live, and your lifestyle values and expectations, right? And also your age. I've said before, if you're young, I wouldn't put so much pressure on a guy about his finances. Obviously, everyone's just figuring themselves out at that stage. If you're my age and older, yeah, that's when you can let them know what's up. No, we don't have time to waste. We don't. My husband actually was really happy that I was doing this one. He said, when you're done making it, I want you to sit down and watch it for yourself. I was like, oh, burn. He was like, sit down and watch and take some notes. Okay. I get it. How to keep a high value man. I definitely consider my husband to be a high value man, not just because of what he makes and his societal status, but he is a very smart man, and I find smart men very attractive. I love intelligent men. Now, there are women that like men that play football. They like men that play football. Okay, if you're super gorgeous, maybe you'll get one of the ones that makes a lot of money, right? For his whole life. I think that it is a smart move on an evolutionary scale, ladies, to start finding men that are intelligent, attractive. I started finding men who are very intelligent, attractive when I was a wee little girl because I watched Star Trek. And Star Trek had Data, who is a high quality man. He's a high quality guy. You know, he's very smart. He has a really good job on his ship. And he never gets over emotional because he's a robot. And so, you know, he never gets sick. He never ages. He never dies, right? Until he got like that little human chip that he always wanted so that he could feel more human. And like, that's fine, Data, but whatever. And sometimes his chips would malfunction and he'd be like an asshole. Okay, and that happens. You're gonna get that, right? When you're dealing with a high value man. You're gonna get that. Sometimes his chip is gonna malfunction and he'll be an asshole for a day or two. Sometimes it might even be up to a week, but it should never be too long term, not if it's a high value guy. How to keep a high value man? One of the more obvious ways, always look good, right? Keep them wanting more. I like to change up my hairstyles and my makeup and my nails and right. Those are the things that I like to do and I would do whether I had a guy or not. My husband likes it. So there might be guys that just like women that look the same every day. I cannot help you. Definitely, if you like to be fun, feminine, and flirty, those are definitely things to keep in mind to maintaining your relationship with your high value man. Let's keep it 100. That's what I'm here for. A lot of the stuff that I complain about today, no, I knew better than to complain about in the beginning. Right? Because guys don't want to put up with that, ladies. They don't. Constantly complaining and nagging and all that other stuff, right? And I know for a while there, my husband was like, oh my gosh, like I was doing everything he wanted and giving him no problems. And it was the life, right? That led to him wanting to marry me until I had to, you know, eventually show him, actually, you gotta do some stuff for me too, right? Sorry. I've got I had a scroll of complaints after we got married. The old switch up. Take out your scroll, ladies. Sorry, fellas. Look good, smell good. Guys love that. You know, and if he's a high value man, he will definitely facilitate a relationship where he can provide you with the means to be able to take care of yourself, right? It doesn't matter how much he makes. Like if, you know, you can at least pay for a $25 manicure or a, you know, $70 pedicure. I mean, maybe they're 50 in some places, you know? Okay. The next one is not so obvious. All right. This is something that people like teach their children these things, you know, when it comes to like marrying wealthy, etc. And something that you learn and observe if you've lived in a household like it. But if you're like a lot of Black women out there who grew up in single parent household where they saw their mother working, you don't really have an idea of how a man functions in the home, right? I'm just being honest, you know, keeping in mind, I've been with my husband for 10 years. I know how to live with a man. I know how a man operates at home and in his space, right? High value men have to work a lot. That's just average. And I don't care what he does. Entertainment, sports, music, engineering, computers, lawyer, doctor. It doesn't matter. Anybody with a high demanding career has to work a lot, right? Especially a high value man, because to him, his career success is important to him, right? So you're not gonna have one of those relationships. I know, like when I was in school, I would see constantly like we're hanging out with their boyfriends all the time. And I'd be like, oh my God, like day in and day out, you see each other day in and day out all the time. You like take classes together and you eat lunch together. Like I've probably eaten, I can count on both hands before quarantine eating lunch with my husband. I could count on both hands. It just rarely happened in 10 years of being together because he has to work. So he's not available during lunch like that. He don't have a whole hour to give, you know, most times, right? He would like make special arrangements to try to do that with me. They have high demanding jobs. They might have to get up and go. They might have to travel. You have to be prepared to spend a lot of time alone. You have to be prepared to find something to do with your time that helps you to grow and build individually as yourself. And I did not have the easiest time with this. That's why I want to tell you guys this, and that's why I want to let you ladies really know the real deal. I want my husband to be successful, so I'm not going to try to like do things in some different way. When we know that a successful man is supported by a woman that is understanding of how hard he has to work. A lot of y'all want attention 24/7. Let's keep it 100. And it's, well, you're not here for me, you're not, you know, and that goes back into busting it down. You can get a boy toy for yourself if you're a successful woman, but if you're with a high value man, he has been doing other things with his time in his life than figuring out how to sexually manipulate women and be a gigolo, basically, right? So he's not gonna be doing all that. I think that high value men can have a lot of passion, but high value men tend to be very disciplined as well. So you'll find more trustworthy monogamous relationships from a high value man than some guy who has no sexual discipline and a out of control libido. At the same time, you as a woman can't be like, okay, well, I'm on to the next dude because you're not paying me attention. You have to marinate your relationship with your high value man. Put it that way, right? It's not gonna be this like attached to the hip thing, especially if you're older. When my husband and I were younger and he was in school and I was working, he had a lot more free time and we had a different flow to things. But since we've been married, you know, he's busy. It happens. When I just try to be patient, understanding with that and understand that that's his role as the man of the household. And finally, I would say my final point in how to keep a high value man, third and final point, would be to be his equal, right? And so you can be his support system, but you can also be his equal and Let in Honor talks about that.
And it has to start with us men. I know a lot of people want to blame us. It has to start with us. It really does. A lot of you men don't understand this, but there is a leadership that is tied to manhood. And some people may say, well, then you're being sexist. No, no, no. My wife is a leader too, but she leads in a different type of way. I'm a leader too, but I lead in a different type of way.
Men and women play their leadership roles in different ways, but that doesn't mean that they're not equal. You know, my husband likes when we eat healthy together, when we work out together, when we're both reaching our goals together, right? Match his drive. Match his career drive if you have the opportunity. If not, and you're a stay-at-home mother, just keeping the house up and making the home beautiful and taking care of the children, I know is a full-time job. So it's been a full-time job for me during quarantine with just these pets. Okay? Like my husband works out all the time now, so it's like all, you know, it's double the clothes, it's double the dishes. Housewife flow. Don't end up being this wallflower that's like letting him run all over you or feeling like you got to take a back seat to him because he's a high value man. It don't work like that, right? Always show him why you're the one for him, right? Why you are the yin to his yang, why you are the perfect match for him, right? Show him that in every way. Okay. In every way. Yeah, you can definitely do that, ladies. Go ahead, right? Have fun with it. Those are 3 things I just wanted to let you guys know. Thank you so much for watching. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. If you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Help me get to 5,000 subs. I know we can do it. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys next time.